What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Neg Entropy Chronicles. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell to be alerted anytime I drop a new video. Now, we're doing another reaction video. This one is, should everyone have to cover their nipples? I know it's a random topic, but I gotta see what it was hitting for. I saw the title, I was like, nope, I gotta jump on this. I gotta see what it's hitting for. And remember, it's on Jubilee, so go check out their page. They got a lot of stuff that they talk about, different things they address. Really cool stuff, you know. But let's go ahead and get into this video, all right?
Men are just as sacred as women. We are not more sacred. And so we should all either cover up or go bare-chested.
Alexa, I'm pro free the nipple, and I think that covering up the nipple is rooted in a lot of outdated concepts.
I want to ask the opposing side, beyond a biological perspective, what is the major difference between a man and a woman's nipple that makes it so drastic?
I'm August. I'm pro free the nipple because I want to have the freedom to go bare-chested just like men can.
I'm anti-free the nipple movement because I think it adds the objectification of women.
I'm against this movement because I think that the answer to our problem of sexualization is more than just allowing women to be topless.
Step forward if you agree. Nobody should be allowed to be shirtless in public.
I don't like telling people what to do, but I don't think it's necessary for anyone to be shirtless in public. I think there's a time and place for when you take off your clothes in public, just out of respect for other people. Like, I don't want to see a guy shirtless.
Yeah, no, I agree. I remember I would sometimes walk to school growing up and all the track people would be running and the guys would always be running with the shirt off and I would get so annoyed. I don't really see a point in someone just walking around without their shirt or going into a store without their shirt, a guy or a girl.
Can they disagree or step forward?
I mean, I don't think there's a need to go topless at any point. I think it's just more about convenience, especially if it's really hot out. I don't really want to be wearing a shirt, especially in New York where I live. It's really humid and stuff. I don't know. Shirts are kind of uncomfortable in that.
All right, I gotta kind of keep it real. She said humid. I swear they ain't never been to the South. Period. New York is humid? Come on, man. But I don't know, man. I think that's subjective too. Can somebody just roam around free? I mean, I might look at some people and be like, man, will you put that up? Other people might be like, ugh. I think it really just depends on the skin tightness. If you walking around and you got man-chested boobs and, they just saggy, looking like he's 70 years old, I don't want to see that. A dude in shape, you look over and be like, yeah, I got to get like that. Or you see a woman and if she out with some, do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to the floor? You know what I mean? If they hanging low like that, I don't want to see them orangutan things. You know what I'm saying? But if they up nice, I might want to look. But man, it's interesting. Let's get back into it, man.
Context, a man walking around shirtless in a grocery store is going to be weird regardless, and I think a woman doing that would be weird as well. But if a man goes with a shirt off on a beach, and a woman were to do that, I think that should both be fine.
The context does matter, but as a whole, even if we do change society to be more free in that aspect, the core of these issues isn't going to change because in other countries, when they have a different mindset than we do, and the issues are still prevalent. The core of how crappy humans are or can be doesn't really change whether or not you allow people to be free or not.
It will. I absolutely believe that it will. And I think it's a very simple matter of obliterating misogynists, and that's not just men, but women who uphold misogyny, which comes from conservative thinking.
Why do you think that is? What makes you think that having that freedom is the answer?
Abrahamic religions have so much influence over the way we all have grown up, and our parents and their parents. And I'm I'm going through my own cleansing process of things in my upbringing that came from.
I think one of the things that she said earlier was, why can't I not wear a shirt like men can? So it sounds like you kind of have a little bit of enviousness, like a little envy towards men because they're able to move around freely without no shirt. But just think about it from a pragmatic position. If yours is roaming around free and something hits it, it's different from when a dude get hit in the chest. We got more muscle, fatty tissues and stuff. That get hit, man, it's gonna hurt differently, But talking about I hate when they bring up misogyny and all of that stuff, only because some of the stuff is in position and it's been beneficial. You get what I'm saying? So to flip it and then be like, oh, well, it's a bad thing now. But then if somebody turn around and don't pay the bill at a dinner, you're going to be like, oh, well, you didn't pay. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a pick and choose what you want to argue about and stuff like that. But let's get back into it.
My parents raising them that trickled down into my raising my kids. That is harmful, absolutely harmful and disgusting and pathetic.
Breasts are inherently sexual.
Breasts are inherently sexual if the whole entire body is inherently sexual. A shoulder, the tip of a nose, even eyelashes, everything can become erogenous.
I think it's pretty accurate what she said. Anything can be erogenous, just depending on your taste. Like she said, eyelashes, a shoulder. I've heard stories about people licking elbows. I kid you not. Like literally, like la 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 la. And that was their thing. So yeah, anything can be inherently that way if that's what their preference is. You feel me? But let's get back into it.
I totally agree with you of everything you said. But I think inherently they're not sexual. I do doula work, and so I care deeply about women's bodies and the nature of child rearing and childbirth. Like when we're born, hopefully people don't sexualize babies. And actually when I work with parents, I make sure that they don't objectify their child. I'm like, this is your child. They're not your mini-me. They're not yours to play with. They're not your doll. They're not your toy. They're their own person, and we should treat them with respect. I just don't think that inherently bodies are supposed to be sexualized. It's society and people who have sexualized the body.
I'm gonna have to disagree there, only because it's human nature, not society. Yeah, you're not supposed to objectify children. That is correct. Like, we're talking 18 and up. This is all I'm talking about. 18 and up. Now, if you're a 14-year-old kid looking at a 14-year-old kid and boy, girl, whatever, totally different. But for grown folks, that's not something that's pressed on. That's just nature. You're going to look at a woman and find her attractive. You can just see a woman walking down the street, can be fully clothed, but there's a way that she walked that's going to be appealing to you. Like, save this stuff for making it sound like it's nature, human nature. You're going to see things that are going to stick out for you to go and speak to that person just the human nature of us all, period. They always want to make it sound it's so much more. No, it's literally science, biology. That's all it breaks down to, plain and simple. But let's get back into it.
Like, I was in dance for a long time, and I was like also in sports, so I just can't imagine like not being able to wear a sports bra when playing soccer. Like, I just feel like that'll just cause a lot of discomfort. When it comes to like running and stuff, I feel like it would be harder to do those things without a sports bra.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna be bouncing everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
something. I think that the answer isn't freeing the nipple and just letting everyone be liberated. I think the answer is that in your home, teach your child how to respect someone's body, how to respect themselves. And my mom might get mad at me for saying this, but like in my home, she was almost never dressed. She's super, super Christian. But at the same time, that should be in my home.
I guess more as appearance-wise, if we're talking free the nipple, I don't see the difference. I mean, I'll be candid. I've seen both male and female nipples before in my life, and I couldn't really tell a difference.
I will say on that, though,
I'm going to end the video there. just because of how they ended it. But I'm gonna finish watching it later. I want to see what y'all comments are down in the comment section on what y'all thought about what y'all saw so far. I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna see a difference. They don't look the same unless you're talking about two flat-chested individuals, which is not the same. Everything is built different. Everything looks different. Different colors, all of that stuff. Different sizes, everything. So we can't keep playing like these things don't exist or there's no differences or whatever. It exists. It's real. I'm anti-free nipple. Only because I don't want to see a bunch of these random terrible nipples out here lurking in these streets showing themselves. And just from the practical thing, like the girl said, if I'm playing sports and I try to jump around, it's gonna go whap 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 whap. Comfortability. Sometimes and come on, man. People in their houses, they're gonna walk around do their thing. Because I think they bring up feeding your children out in public. I'm gonna be honest. Don't look. If they are feeding their kid out in public, this is survival. Stay out of their business. You shouldn't even be paying attention to that. Let that kid eat and enjoy their meal. You out here just like, ugh. You a weirdo. Flat out. But that's all I got right now. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm going to leave the full video down in the description. And remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Show your boy some love. All right, everybody? Peace.